Now, because MUKBAH is actually an acronym, each letter in the acronym has a very complex meaning. So I've included the meaning for each letter in the show notes. But I thought that Monday would be a great day to start the Mind MUKBAH in Minutes series or segment of the Nubian Narcissist Nemesis channel. It's a Mind MUKBAH in minutes for Nubian women. I think as empaths, what we often underestimate is that those that are non-empaths, if they're not a genuine empath, and I'm talking about the NSP ilk, the only thing that they can do is parrot our emotions back to us. So that's actually them being savvy and manipulative enough, right, to be able to parrot back to us our lingo, but they're not speaking our language. So what they do not discern is that we experience emotions in a way that they don't have the capability of experiencing emotions. We process emotions differently. So I think you're asking or have an expectation of an individual with no to low empathy to actually feel emotionally what they do not now, nor will they ever have the ability to experience. They don't speak the language. You're attempting to act as a translator for your emotions with the expectation that somehow they'll be able to interpret those emotions, process them the way that we do as empaths. And that in part is projection, right? But you're wasting your time and energy because you're attempting to transfer. Because what happens to energy? It transfers. So you're attempting to transfer that energy that you're emitting as an empath to an individual that cannot reciprocate that energy. Not only can they not reciprocate it, they can't interpret it either. So they can speak the lingo, but not the language. And if they can't speak the language, if they don't speak our language as empaths, then what actually happens when they're parroting back to us or mirroring our emotions back to us? Typically, it's because they're observing us and they're observing us with the specific intent of learning us, right? They're attempting to learn our language for the specific purpose of being able to manipulate us. So if they can't reciprocate that energy, instead of there being an exchange of energy, instead of there being a balance of the energy, what tends to happen is that they become energy vampires. They become vampiric to our energy because we're not reciprocating. The energy that we're reciprocating from them is not giving us what we're emitting to them, but they're observing and attempting to learn our language. But in fact, what they actually learn is the lingo, not the language of an empath. In fact, the only individuals on this entire planet, on this entire plane, that is able to speak our language are other empaths. Honor your gift. And the way that you actually honor your gift is by using the powers of discernment to actually use it. We can't just possess it. Or we can, but what tends to happen when we just possess our gift without actually utilizing our gift to our advantage, mastering the beauty of it, is that it's exploited by others who don't possess it. I thought Monday would be the perfect day to start our Mind MUKBAH Mondays. So let's really get the fuck into it. Now, what is a MUKBAH? Well, the definition, right? It's a very complex definition because actually each letter has a meaning, right? So, in a matter of minutes, we'll have a mind mukbah and engorge on mind food for empaths, Nubian empaths, that is.